color.
The jury has been presented with two completely contradictory accounts of what happened, with no solid evidence to back up either side's claims. That is, until a critical piece of evidence is introduced.
I'm going to play the whole thing.
A 911 call where a voice is heard screaming for help.
There's just someone screaming outside. So you think he's yelling help? Yes.
14 screams in 40 seconds. The critical question, does that desperate voice belong to Trayvon Martin or George Zimmerman?
If the jurors believe that it was George Zimmerman screaming out for help, then it supports his theory that he acted in self-defense.
I thought it was George.
To identify the voice, the defense calls a parade of Zimmerman's friends, who perhaps not surprisingly say it's him on the tape.
Do you know whose voice that is in the background screaming?
Yes, definitely. It's Georgie. I hear it. I hear him screaming.
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that is George Zimmerman.
The mothers of both Martin and Zimmerman also take the stand, and they confidently identify the voice as that of their son.
Who do you recognize that to be, man?
Trayvon Benjamin Martin. I'm sure that's George's voice.
Defense would call it Tracy Martin, Your Honor.
But then the defense calls a more unlikely witness.
And nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Trayvon Martin's father, Tracy Martin. Police say Martin informed them just 2 days after the shooting that he did not believe the voice on the tape was his son's. But on the stand, Martin seems to change his story, saying that after hearing the tape over 20 times, he's now convinced it was his son crying for help.
I was listening to my son's last cry for help. I was listening to his life being taken, and I was coming to grips that Trayvon was here no more.
I think at the end of the day, the testimony of these witnesses will cancel themselves out. The jurors are going to have to listen to that 911 tape, and they're going to have to decide for themselves who they believe that voice is.
And the only person who knows exactly what happened that night,
The defendant, George Zimmerman,
decided not to testify in his own defense.
After consulting with counsel, not to testify, Your Honor.